Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are making this matching set, this cute wine tumbler and matching pen, and I'm going to show you how I finish off cups, so stay tuned. So for this I'm using this Rust-Oleum 2x spray paint in Modern Mint and this peachy olive glitter in Athena. This is a really pretty gold champagne chunky mix glitter. So for this, I use my spray paint trick where I spray the cup and then I apply my glitter straight to the wet spray paint. I apologize if you hear my kids in the background. So I start by just making my initial line of where I want the glitter ombre to kind of start. And then I fill in the gaps and I gently sprinkle my glitter so that it falls. Keep in mind that the straighter up you hold your cup, the less control you're going to have over where the glitter goes. And the more horizontal you lay it, the more control you're going to have. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. It'll help you get the look that you're going for. For this cup, I definitely like less control. I like the glitter to just gently fall wherever it's going to fall. I just like that look a little bit better. And then with the pen, I just kind of do the same thing. Again, the less control for this, the better. I think it looks better on a pen. And for some reason, I think because there's less surface area, the glitter really just falls exactly where it's supposed to, and it just looks beautiful no matter what. Then I'm going to do 2 good coats of clear spray paint to seal everything in. Then I apply my epoxy. This was a really bad epoxy day for me, or spinner day I should say for me. For some reason nothing wanted to stay on the spinners, everything was moving, but you know, I went with it. When you're doing this, if you don't want a lot of movement from the glitter, even though we covered it with we sealed it with the spray paint, it'll still move. So if you don't want a lot of movement, definitely do this in sections. Start with either your glitter or your spray paint. And also when you're kind of spreading it, spread down instead of up so that the epoxy is going from top to bottom. That way you won't get as much movement into the spray paint. For me personally, I really didn't care. I like I said, I like the movement. I like less control for this cup. So I was just putting it on however I wanted just to cover it all. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. If you want less movement of glitter, spread your epoxy from top to bottom. And if you don't care, you can go bottom to top. So once that coat of epoxy is totally cured, you're going to take a craft knife and you're just going to go at an angle around the rim and get off any excess epoxy that got onto the rim. You can see I have spray paint and epoxy on the inside of the cup, and I'll just take acetone later and get that out. Now I'm using my sanding block. I use a higher grit sanding block and I just go around the top very gently until I get a small section of stainless steel around the rim. So you can see here what I mean about having that very thin line of stainless steel around the rim. You want that to get a really good seal around the top of your cup. Okay, then I very gently go over the rest of the cup and sand down any rough spots or sharp spots. With With the pen, I basically do the same thing. I take my knife and I go on the inside of the cup and around the rim to try and get off any extra epoxy. Once you reassemble the pen, you'll see if you had any epoxy left inside, which you'll see happen to me in just a minute. So I do the bottom and top with my knife, and then I'm going to take my sanding block again and sand down the bottom, and then again any rough spots or sharp spots. My next step is to clean the cup and pen, and you can use this isopropyl alcohol. It's not my preferred way to clean it, just because for some reason I find it gets my cup sticky and I don't know why. I prefer just using Dawn Power Wash and just washing them real quick. Okay, so then I'm going to reassemble my pen. I keep all my pen parts in this jar, and you'll see I didn't get all my epoxy out, so I couldn't get the top on. So I had to go disassemble it again and take my knife and try and get out the rest of the epoxy. Sometimes you have to get your knife in there deeper than you expected to, so that's what my problem here was, but it's so satisfying once you get that epoxy out. Now I'm going to reassemble my pen and it all fits together perfectly, which is exactly what you want. I like to go ahead and click my pen a couple times to make sure nothing's sticking and that the pen is working properly. So after that, I would add one more layer of epoxy to my cup, and then that's it, you're done. You have your finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.